Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to add new equipment slots to Survival Game Kit. Something to keep in mind with this video is this is on version 1.8.9. If you have an older version, the process will be different, but if you follow the DIY guide that I'll link in the description, it will show you how to update your equipment system to this version. If you're using a newer version than this, so if it's above 1.8.9, then you can follow this video as well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be adding some components to our master character. So we're going to go to our master character, we're going to double click one of our components to open up, and in here we're going to add a new skeletal mesh to go along with the included ones. So I'll select our mesh component, go to add component, then go to skeletal mesh, and I'm going to be doing a face slot, equipment slot, so I'm just going to call mine face, like that, and then we can compile and save. Next we're going to go to our construction script, grab the face component, drag it in here, and then we're going to connect it to our target on the set master pose component, like that, and we can compile and save that. Next we're going to go to our blueprints folder, then components, then to player inventory component, and in here we're going to create a new equipment slot variable. So if we open up the player inventory settings and go down to equipment slots, you'll see we've got our included ones here. So I'm just going to select our one of our equipment slots, and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to call this face equipment slot, like that, and then we can compile. Next we're going to change the replication from rep notify to none, and then we're going to change it back to rep notify, and that will create a new function over here, so that will work. Then we can go to actually first we'll need to compile this again quickly. So I'm going to just dock this up here so we can come back to it later, but we need to go to our blueprints folder, other, and then we need to go to enums, and then we can search for equipment categories, and in here we need to create a new one. I'm going to call mine face, and then we can save that, and then we want to go back to our player inventory component, select our face equipment slot, then the default value for the slot type we need to change it to face, and then we can compile. So now that's done, we can right click, say, our backpack equipment slot, and we're going to do find references, and that's just going to find all the places our equipment slot's used. So I'm going to go to equipped item. You can see we've got some stuff we need to add here. So first on our switch we're going to click the drop down here, we've got our face value now, and we're going to need to drag out from face, and we'll search for if and create a branch node, and we'll drag it like this, and we'll create a reroute node. Then we'll get our face equipment slot, right click and do split pin, and then right click the bottom pin and do split pin again. Then we can drag out, do an equals, and connect that to the if. If true, we want to set our face equipment here, like that, and we're just going to copy this equipment item L and connect that to here. And then we can connect the end over here. And that should be everything for in here. So we're done here. So now we need to go over to our unequipped item, and it's a similar thing over here. We need to drag out from our face equipment slot, do set, we'll connect it up to face, like that. Now we can copy this make node and paste it down here, connect it up to here, and we'll change this to face, then continue the trace here. Then we're going to compile quickly. Once that's done, we can go to the update all slots, And in here we can see what our existing slots are doing, so we just need to copy this. So I'm just going to copy these two nodes here, we'll paste them down here, and I'm just going to connect this up to here, and then I'll move this back a little bit. Obviously you can do this a little bit tidier, but I'm just trying to do it quickly for the video. Then we want to get our face equipment slot, connect that to here and over here like that. Then we need to go to our set def bag, and the same thing here, we're just copying what's already there. So we'll copy this add item, connect it up, then get our face equipment slot. We're going to right click it and do split struct pin, and we'll connect the bottom pin to item in like that. Next we need to go to check equipment slot, and same sort of thing here. I'm just going to copy this and paste it down here, connect this up to the face. If the face pin isn't ever showing, just remember you can click the arrow and it should show it up. And then here we might be able to just drag out from face and change the node. Okay, so if that happens, just alt click this pin, right click this and do split pin, then count will connect up to here like that. And then we need to go to our load save game, and in here we'll come back to this one, but we'll move on to backpack remove check. We don't need anything there. Okay, so this is all good. Next we're going to go to our onRep head equipment slot. We're just going to copy these nodes, go to onRep face equipment slot, we'll paste that in here, and we're just going to drag our face equipment slot and paste it in here like that, and then we can compile. So after that's done, we need to actually add our equipment slot to our save game. That's why we skipped over the load save game function. So we're going to do that now. We're going to go to other, and we're going to search for save equipment. Not save equipment. We'll go to search for player. We want player save. And if we drag this down, we can see all of our equipment variables here already. So we're going to add a new one, hit new variable, and we'll scroll down. We'll change this to s_save equipment, and then we'll save this. We're also going to want to rename this variable, so I'm just going to change it from member whatever it is to face slot like that, and then you can save it again. Once that's done, we can go back to our player inventory component, and if you're not already, go to our load save game function, and you can see that on the existing nodes our face slots actually appeared. So what I'm going to do is we're going to copy these nodes here, we'll paste them in like that, and then we'll get our face slot and we'll do your set. We're going to right click split, and then right click the bottom pin and split again, and I'm just going to squeeze it in here, so we'll connect it up like this. So we want to change it from the chest slot to our face slot. Then we're going to connect the equipment to here and the rest up like this, and then we'll copy this self pin and paste it up here and connect it up to the slot equipped item inventory like that, and then we can compile. So now our inventory is set up to load our face slot. We need to change our save system so it's saving it. So to do that, we're going to go back to our showcase. We're going to delete this search. We'll go survival game kit blueprints. Then we want save system. We'll go to our inventory save system. And in here we want to find the save player stats, and in here you can see have some stuff to save our equipment slots. So we're just going to add ours at the beginning here. So we'll get the save like this, and we will use the face slot pin here. We'll search for set members in s_save equipment, and I'm just going to connect it up to the loop here like that. And with the node selected, we need to go into the details. We need to tick both these checkboxes. Then we can copy our player inventory component variable here. We're going to do get face equipment slot. Then right click split, and then click the bottom pin again and split. And we're going to connect it up like this, so equipment slot like that. And then on this node we're going to split this as well, and we'll connect these up like this. And that should now save our equipment slot. So that's all good. So you can compile and save this blueprint now. Next we need to actually add our new slot to our equipment widget. So we're going to go to Survival Game Kit Blueprints, then to our HUD, and we can search for, it's right there, equipment menu. And I don't really have any space to put it anywhere, so I'm just going to put it anywhere, but you can mess around with making it look good. I'm going to search in the palette for equip, and we're going to use the equipment slot. So I'll just put mine up here. You can spend more time sort of arranging it and doing things like that, but that should work out fine there. Something to keep in mind is making sure that nothing's going over the top of the slot, otherwise it will block the mouse input, but ours should be okay there. So now with our slot selected, over here I'm going to change its equipment type to our face, and that all looks okay. Then we've got customization. Right now it's just a white slot, unlike our other slots that have images set. So if you want to set an image, you can do it there. I believe that yeah, you can change the tint color, so when the mouse goes over the slot there. And there's a few other customizations settings that you can change, but for now we're just going to leave it as, I'll actually change it to the hat, the head, just so it looks a little bit better. So there we go. But our size has gone a bit big, so we want to use the same size as the other slots, which is 80/80. So we can change that down here, 80 and 80. So now we've got our slot set up. We need to add some references to it. So we're going to go to our graph, and in setup widget, we need to go back here, and with our new slot selected, you need to have is variable enabled, otherwise you won't be able to access it in the graph. So once we're in here, I'm going to get our I'm going to search for it because I can't see it. Get face. Oh, it won't show up until you compile. There we go. And now we can do get face. Oh, it's called equipment slot. My bad. Get equipment slot. There we go. Like that. Yeah, I recommend naming your new slot so you don't get confused like I just did. We can drag out from there and do set inventory component. We'll just connect it up here like that. And now we can compile and save this blueprint. Next we need to go to our event graph and then into new equipment item events. And in here we just need to do the same we're doing here, so let's make this a little bigger. We'll get our new equipment slot. We'll do update equipment slot, and we'll get new equipment and just copy and paste it down here and connect that up to face. And then we can compile and save. Next we need to go back to our player inventory component, and we're going to do a search for equipment mesh or equip. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Mesh. There we go. And we can double click multi-classed equipped mesh. And we're going to go into this collapse node, and we need to get our face skeletal component. So we'll do get face equip. I forget what I called it. Get face. There we go. And connect that up to here, like that. And we also need to change another one, which is update. Let me see here. Update equipment component. So we'll go to here. And we'll also do the same here. We'll do get face. We'll scroll down, and we'll use this one. Connect it up like that. Then we can compile and save this. Next we need to go to the model viewer, so we're going to go back to the showcase, then survival game kit, blueprints, other, model viewer, and then in here we're going to select our skeletal mesh. We're going to search for skeletal mesh and create one. We're going to name it to face, and then in here we're going to drag the face component and we're going to connect it up to the face pin here. Then we can compile and save this. Next we need to go to our construction script and connect face to the target pin on this node. Then we can compile and save this blueprint. So now that's all done, we can actually set up our item. So I'm going to, basically I've got some meshes here that I quickly made up, and we need to add an item. So we're going to go blueprints, items, item list, and we will create a new one. I'm just going to call these glasses. I'll copy that and we'll set that to the name. We don't need a description, we'll set weight to 1. So our category needs to be equipment, and our equipment slot can now be face. It's not holdable, so we don't need these. Droppable we'll enable. We'll set max stack to 1. We'll set use to equipped, like that. And we can leave all of this empty. I don't have an icon for it, so I'm just going to use, we'll use our beans icon. And world mesh, I'm going to set to my glasses static mesh that I have. And then our equipment mesh, I have my sk_glasses. That's something to keep in mind, is that equipment meshes always need to be skeletal meshes, so if you don't know that already, this is the mesh that will show on the character. And that looks like everything we need, so we'll save that. Then we can right click the master item, create a child class. I'm going to name mine VP_glasses. We'll open that up quickly, and we'll set our selected item to our, we'll search for glass, there we go, glasses, and count to 1. We'll compile that, and one thing to remember is always check that your static mesh has collision, so it can be picked up. So I'm just going to double check that because I didn't before. Yep, we've got collision, so that's all good. So now we can put our item in the world. So back to items, glasses, and they're a little bit small, but you can see them just down there. I'm going to hit play. Might take a minute because it will have to compile some stuff that we've changed. So now I'm in the game, I can open up my inventory and I have my glasses slot here. I know it's working because when I hover over it, it's highlighting. And when I come over here, I should find my glasses, and it's auto-equipped them. You can see I've got my glasses on here. I quickly bring over the other character in the level, and we can check out his glasses, and they're there. They're animating with the character, and they look good. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys found this useful. Something that some people might be wondering is how I made the static mesh glasses into skeletal mesh. It's quite complicated, but I'll link a video that gives you the basics of how to skin a static mesh to a skeleton. It's quite a useful video. It's not by me, it's by someone else. But if you don't know how to do it, it's something that you should check out because it's quite important for adding new equipment meshes. So that's it guys, thank you for watching.